Hello Capricorn and welcome to your September 2022 reading. So, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about this month. First card, there you are, the Devil. So, of course, it speaks of your energy, but it also speaks of, what you can represent, ambition, at the same time, although the capacity of focus and commitment and so on, also sometimes limiting ourselves to what we've already experienced. So after that, I have the Eight of Cups in reverse. And the Eight of Cups is all about that capacity to leave behind the emotional experiences that we had, the emotional backup of the experiences that we had, I should say, to go towards higher vibrational experiences, even if we don't have any reference to it. So right away, this is kind of a stretch, because one of the let's say the weakness of Capricorn is that if I don't have any reference to it, I have a hard time believing it exists. So that's why it's in reverse here, because there's a bit of resistance about that. But you're kind of going to be conscious about it this month. And the third card is the Three of Swords. But this is not the Rider-Waite. This is the Tarot de Marseille. So the definition of the Three of Swords is not quite the same. In this one, you have one sword over two swords. So this is more like, I have the understanding of the truth or the decision that is going to break the paradox I was in, okay, of believing two things at the same time. So under the Devil, we have the Empress. So, of course, this is all about, everything that has to do with Venus, with the divine feminine. So that means with unconditional love and abundance, with creativity, with pleasure, with intuition, with receiving these things within ourselves unconditionally. Under that, I have the King of Wands in reverse. So this is affecting your willpower, your guts, your solar plexus, going out there, doing something, okay? Let's continue here. Under the Eight of Cups in reverse, I have the Eight of Wands, another eight, two eights. The eights are in HUD there, and this is really like a running energy, okay? But this is like making moves, but that are not backed up by the waters, by pure waters. We're holding on to our old, let's say, emotional reference in making these moves. So even if your Empress is trying to guide the moves, it's almost like it's being bifurked because it's stuck in the old waters. And that's why here we have Temperance. And Temperance will allow things to come back in the center here, so that it will heal the waters, so that you can see the bigger picture, so that your King of Wands can have a direction, can have, his energy supported by the Empress instead of being handicapped. That's what the healing, the emotional healing will allow to happen here. Under the Three of Swords, we have the King of Pentacles, that's you. We have the Five of Cups in reverse, and we have the Five of Swords in reverse, and that's good. That decision here is actually going to now allow, because you will be ready. Okay, divine timing, it's almost like now I'm ready emotionally to let go of my old sadnesses, of my old grievings, let go of wanting to be right, that was my reality and nothing more. Okay, and then we have the moon, because all of this will be in a process of beginning a certain transformation. It's also very linked to the divine feminine for you in that fourth house of how I nourish myself, how much of peace, serenity, love, abundance I allow within myself to then therefore be able to manifest outside. So, okay, let's clarify this for you, Capricorn. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Capricorns for the month of September 2022. September 2022. Okay, let's look at the devil. Let's look at the devil. Capricorn. Okay, I have the Emperor in reverse, and I have the Queen of Pentacles. So, you know, we're right into your ambition, right into, you know, oh, this is what I want, this is what I want to go for, this is your energy, your drive. The Emperor in reverse, this is when the guy doesn't know where to head, where to go. He's gonna probably try and control instead of manifesting. Here with the Queen of Pentacles, that's your feminine. Here we have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. The fact that it makes your Emperor in reverse, it's all about your self-worth and that inner knowing that you can accomplish whatever you want and you desire. What is the Eight of Cups in reverse? Can be your reference of the Emperor. An Emperor in return can be a huge asshole, and maybe that's the only reference you have of emperors out there, okay? Of that, what gave you the notion of what you could accomplish in this world. Let's look at the Eight of Cups in return, Spirit. Okay. Judgment, Page of Cups. All right. If Judgment is there this month, you're going to kind of live some kind of retrograde, in a sense of you're going to have things from the past coming up. If they are not like actual individuals or situations, they will be reminded to you through a program you watch on the TV, something you read, something you fall upon on the internet, or that you see outside of you, and it's going to bring up the parts of you that were confronted with an Emperor in reverse. And here with the Page of Cup, this is really going to be okay. All the emotional reference I have about this, I am going to release, and I'm going to pull the Judgment to actually allow a cup into my life. Okay, so let's look at the Three of Swords here. That Judgment, that bringing up of parts of you, of your unconscious up to the surface. And we have two cards like that. The Moon and the Judgment really talk to one another on that level, on having things from the bottom of the sea coming up to the surface to be addressed. In the Moon, it's so that it can lead to transformation, and Judgment, it's so that it can lead to judgment per se, rising our vibration and reincorporating these parts of us so that they stop talking from behind here. Three of Swords. Show me the Three of Swords. So there will be an understanding about this. Okay. Four of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. So, of course, you're going to kind of see how you've been maybe overprotecting yourself. You know, like a Four of Pentacles is often called like a false emperor, because this is a deep insecurity that makes us hold on to things. Two of Cups in reverse. Hold on to things that were like missed connections, or connections that are not truly there, or that we haven't learned from, that we haven't grown from. Now we understand, and we are going to actually be able to let go of it, to release it, to open ourselves to new experimentations, new connections. Let's look at that Empress. Let's look at the Divine Feminine here. All right. Nine of Swords. So she's not guiding the Emperor. The Empress is not guiding the Emperor. The Empress is filled with anxiety. That's why he's in reverse. That's why he feels powerless and doesn't know where to go. Star in reverse. Lack of faith. Losing one's faith. Only relying on one's baggage, one's human experience, and not the invisible connection. The Devil only relies on the concrete, three-dimensional world. That's why he's on usually half a cube, half of knowledge. And therefore, if I've lived it, if I've experienced it, that's the truth. Therefore, you're limiting yourself to just that truth. And so you're kind of fire that would propulse yourself out of what you've already known and experimented, and that's it, is in reverse. Here, King of Wands. Show me the King of Wands. All right. We have our King of Pentacles, and we have the World. All right. So there's a cycle that is finished. A cycle maybe where you didn't truly dare to do things, where your King of Wands was handicapped maybe, or just distorted, okay? Let's look at that Eight of Wands. Oop. Okay, we have the King of Cups and we have the Lovers. And for the Lovers to work here, the Lovers is like the opposite of the Devil, okay? You have the same scenery, the same characters, except instead of the Devil here, you have an angel. Instead of having just one fruit you have the tree of knowledge. And here, instead of having one flame of fight or flight, you have all of the flames of, let's say, the tree of consciousness. Okay, we can call it like that if you want. So, but if you look at that, you can see that the feminine looks at the angel, and then the masculine looks at the feminine, because the masculine needs the direction within ourselves. It is our feminine that gives us the direction of our soul, that kind of, yes, this way, this is where my soul wants to expand, this is what, don't turn there, there's going to be an accident or whatever. This is all connected to the divine feminine of, yes, it's possible for you, it's there for you, be secure, you are unconditionally loved, you have value, all of these inner knowledge, perceiving things for what they are, and working the law of attraction, attracting things towards you. That's the divine feminine. And then the masculine, when he relies on that, he knows exactly what to do. So therefore, he doesn't waste any time. He's not afraid. He's not paralyzed. He's not overcompensating for anything. It makes things a lot easier. But here your Empress has anxiety, because it was probably bought a few lies in the past there. Maybe because of willpower that was distorted, and that kind of handicapped your emperor and the emperors in your life. Okay, and you're kind of holding on to this. Temperance. But temperance and judgment, there's a huge understanding and a healing happening. Capricorn. I think that is going to allow you to rebalance these two aspects within yourself. Yeah. So, temperance is trying to tell you, been there, done that, what you've experienced before, that wasn't so great. It's not all that there is. There's a cup here that the divine wants to give you. If you allow it in, there's your feminine. If you're not full of anxiety towards it, 9 of Cups. If you allow to release your old emotions so that they can be transcended, and that you can stand from a place of emotional fulfillment. There's nothing blocking the flow of waters from the divine within myself, that I can make moves from and experiment it in my concrete life. Let's look at the 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. So here, the King of Pentacles, in fear of being hurt, was more in a outsmarting, controlling the events, instead of following his intuition, finding solutions, trusting in the commitment and the support of the other. But this is going to change. This was just like going with what you've experienced in the past. Here, 8 of Cups, that's what we want. We want to release and let go of all of this, so that you can start embarking on a different path. The Moon. So, Judgment, and then here the Moon. All of this is so that you can, really let go of emotional baggage and the beliefs that came with it. And I think, Capricorn, you're going to be very, I was going to say, bombarded by your old wounds coming up and coming up. And it's all for you to address it, so that you can have it risen above. Moon. Ooh. Yeah. your old sadnesses, your old disappointments. They're gonna come and show their face up like that lobster. What does a lobster do? A lobster eats what, is in the bottom of the sea, in the bottom of your unconscious. There's a lot of heartaches and disappointments. And that creates kind of an inner conflict of, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to bring my heart, not king, but Knight of Cups. I don't know what to bring forward. If you feel when it comes to your ambition, to what you want to realize in this life and so on, it's kind of all over the place, because what you would like to create, to bring, and all of that, it's full of anxiety there, and you don't dare, King of Wands, going for it and all of that. Of course, you can go back and analyze, father figures and whatnot, old relationships and so on. But the thing ultimately, this month, you'll be confronted with all the parts of you that need to evolve, that need to rise above what kind of created this situation, so that your masculine and your feminine can work together, like I was saying, if you want to write a book, it's the empress that receives the whole story, and it's the emperor that types 8 hours a day and will call the editors and so on. But he needs to have the guts of the King of Wands to go for it. And the divine feminine cannot be censoring, filtering, cutting, and not even daring to express it or to allow the story to come out, because she's afraid to be hurt. This is all about that. It's going to come up to the surface. So I'm going to send you all my love and light, Capricorn, to help you recognize it when it's going to come up to the surface. Oh, yeah, that's one of my wounds. Oh my God, I remember here a 5-year-old Capricorn that made that deduction, or that time that this happened, that somebody told me that. And you're going to look at that part of you in the face and re-embrace it within your new consciousness. And allow the old story to die, not to be cut in it. And that's going to give you the alignment that you need, the guts and the courage that you need to follow your heart. All right? So, on this, my beautiful Capricorns, again, all my love and light for the month of September. Thank you for watching, sharing, commenting. Please subscribe to help grow the channel. If you want a private reading, the description is below. My nieces created for me a website. So the address is right under mysticwitchtarot.com. And through this, there will be all the information, the booking, and so on. It's going to be online Saturday, the 3rd of September. So it's not quite there when you're going to receive this. Okay? Also, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And of course, on the new moons, I do a little ceremony to give you back. And on this, my beautiful Capricorns, I send you all my love and light, and I'll see you next month. All right? Bye-bye.